Alright, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. Today we are up in Kalispell, Montana, as this lady just ran right through my trailer. That happens, I guess. Yeah, so what we're working with here today is it's a John Ruda day. We've got the Freightshaker, Coronado, and she ran through my trailer again. Speaking of the trailer, it's also John Ruda. It's the refrigerator trailer. And we have Moosehead Brewery skins matching on both the truck and trailer. That is compliments of Richard Brown. Looking good as always, as all of his skins are. So what we're going to be doing today for the RP is we're here at Sineptorro Mountain Brew. And this is an actual business that you can pick up at within ATS Expansion from Recon Lobster and Driver 47. The version that I'm using today, which it's the latest version, it is 10.51. And the RP here is, even though Sineptorro Mountain Brew is an actual company, and Goggles 56, I believe, is the one who did a Sineptorro Mountain Brew skin. I can't remember if it's for, I think it may just be for the SES refrigerated trailer, but we're running Mooseheads today out of Canada, and the RP is that we are basically a sister company of Sineptorro Mountain Brew, so we end up picking up here a whole lot, and it makes a whole lot of sense. It's actually pretty believable since Kalispell is up in the north section of Montana, close to Canada, so that's kind of what we're RPing for today. Got a few other details to give you, and but let's get over here and pick up the load, and we'll go from there. Alright, that view is totally jacked up. Let me fix that. There we go. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and freeze that so my head isn't bobbing all over the place. We got lights on, parking brake. We set this job up through Truckee so I could make sure that I got the right load that I wanted to. And in order to to be compliant, because a lot of the issue that I have with ATS Expansion, or have in the past, is that, we'll get the windows down, not all the trailers that I run end up being compliant with all of the ATS Expansion job sites, pickup places, and drop-offs. So I just learned about this a few days ago, but thanks to Papi Pupz, he threw up it's an ATS Expansion cargo add-on. And he has that up on Truckee. So it makes it so that there are a lot more modded trailers can pick up from ATS Expansion locations. For example, this one, Ruda, but also 805 Modding, Ironworks, Bart, few others that I can't remember right off the top of my head. Oh yeah, Half-Ass Gaming. So that's cool. It's always good to see a lot of third-party modders being able to pick up loads at ATS Expansion spots. Just going to kind of wrap around here. It's going to be a little bit of a tricky parking spot, and normally I hide that from you, but I figure let's have a little bit of fun with it, because we're going in all the way at the end by the wall. We've got this loader here right in front of us, and we've got this I've got a giant wood box here on the right, so we're pulling right up. This is actually, I like this this loading spot. We got to go uphill, and they've already got the doors open for us, so how are we going to, and of course this guy's gonna stand right there. Of course you are. Thank you, buddy. This could be a tough pickup. They may have intended it so that you can only do it using a blind back. Alright, let them know. I mean, I don't know how much more. You know what? Let me pull up just a little bit more. I need a little bit more room. I'm definitely going to hit this guy, though. Come on, guy. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this. I'm going to have to turn way before that wood box. I'm going to have to definitely go up on the curb. This is ridiculous. I don't know where that wood box is either. Let me just start turning, see what happens. Definitely scraping against the curb here. You know what? I may be hitting that box. I am. Look at that. Look at that. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to blind that in. This is pretty crazy. Let's see what I can do to try to fix this. If this goes too horribly bad, then I'll just skip ahead. I need a little bit more space. Let's see if we can turn in so that I can make the turn before I get to that wooden box. Or I'm just stuck here. Let's go ahead and unlock the diff. See if we can turn back to avoid this box. I can, but I'm not going to be able to make the turn, doesn't look like. Oh, this is tough. This is tough. I am closer, though. I wonder if I can just pull up again. Yeah, it's wedged all the way along that wall. Nice and tricky, though. I did, when I set this up on Truckee, I did set this up as hard parking. Because you can configure for that. See if we can turn back and miss that box. Oh. This is a little ridiculous. That box right there makes this impossible. Wow. And now I'm going to overturn. Oh, there we go. No way I'm doing this in the cab. No, without a little practice anyway. Alright, let's go ahead and pull up and straighten her out. Then we can fix this. That's a tough parking spot. Whoever designed that one, I don't know if that was Recon or Driver 47. Kudos to you. I like difficult parking spots and challenges. I mean, to a certain degree, you get these things, and you have to know how to not get into a jam when you're on the road. But half the fun is picking up and dropping off. All right, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that truck straightened out. Okay, so I didn't show you all of that, but I did it legit. I just was not in the cab for the whole thing. But we got the green. I just wanted to straighten it out a little bit more. I'm still not going to get it totally straightened. Oh, don't want to hit the door. Okay, let's go ahead and, yeah, parking brake. We'll go parking lights only. Shut her down, and we'll get her loaded. I'll be right back with you. All right, we are good to go. 37,485 pounds of real ale going from Kalispell to Butte. And they're going to give us $13,758 for it.
The time has arrived, President Wazer. The world awaits your command.
And we got Morgan with us, as usual.
Let's keep our enemies guessing.
Go ahead and get our headlights on. Four ways are already on. Windows are still down. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Cut that too sharp. So yeah, back in the Coronado, I've done a video on this in the past. But it's good to kind of be a company driver again. Get back in the saddle here. Run some beer down to Butte. Guess we'll just follow those tire tracks, huh? This place also has a resting spot over here, I believe. Bring up the map. Yep, this is where you can rest if you want to take a break. And I haven't mentioned it yet, but this I tried to keep it consistent with what the real truck, some of the real trucks do, and for this Freightshaker Coronado, typically comes in, usually you see in DD13s, DD15s, occasionally Cummins ISX 15. Is this thing going to come up? Yes, it is. That's pretty cool. And we're making it right. So yeah, I have a 475 horsepower DD13 in this. And we're rocking just a standard, well, not a standard 13 speed. Eaton-Fuller because, of course, I've got this second stick, and as you guys all know, I usually use that second stick for a splitter. So we'll be doing that today. We'll go ahead and get the windows up, get our 4-ways off, and we'll be on our way. Hope you guys are having a great Thursday. Coming up toward the end of the week now. Weekend will be here pretty soon. What are you guys' plans? You guys going to be driving, or are you guys going to be playing other games? Never really ask you too much about that. What other games do you guys play? A lot of crossover usually from like Farm Sim, maybe some Flight Simulator, or if you're more of an X-Plane guy, let me know down below in the comments what you guys are doing. In order to pick up this load too, I wanted to mention that I'm not just RPing and just making up a fake load. I actually have the Alcohol Cargo Market Pack. It's free on the Steam Workshop by JBM, and that helps you get all kinds of stuff. Pale ales, lagers, wine, cider, a whole bunch of different adult beverages, so that you can make use of some of these facilities that these map modders that are putting together. So it's pretty cool.
Continue straight.
So used to kind of driving with a louder engine, and that is not happening today. DD13 is pretty quiet, especially when all the windows go up. Let's take another look here at these skins. Canadian lager, established 1867. We got the matching logo on the cab door. Let's get it into gear. We even have a def tank. Trying to play it up all realistic. I like these nice big hood mirrors. Not exactly something that you're going for if you're building a show truck, but they're so helpful. And unlike a lot of hood mirrors, these you can actually see pretty well out of. Not unhappy with that. We're turning at this light, looks like.
Keep left. And then turn left.
I just installed for the first time in quite a while PNG. It's the new version of, I want to say it's version 1.11. Before I had 1.09, and that worked pretty good all the way up through version 1.49 of the game. But now to get it compliant with 1.5, PNG released version 1.11, and got the reshade going on. I don't really know what I'm doing with the reshade. I just followed the instructions, installed a few files here and there, activated it, and it's supposed to be some reshading going on. But we will we'll see as we drive. We got some good clouds going on. There's been a lot of conversation, people talking about differences between PNG and JBX. I don't have any experience with JBX myself. Let me know what you think down below. But I'm liking PNG, all the ground features and stuff. Skies are okay. I'm not incredibly like gung-ho about having like perfect skies and stuff like that. Then again, I haven't tried JBX, so maybe I don't know what I'm missing. Let me know down below. Some people use them in combination. I've even heard some people using both JBX, PNG, and they're trying to run a season from Grimes. I didn't know if Grimes was compatible with those two. Ooh, brake sensitivity is turned way down on this. So we're going to be, it's probably not as realistic for a somewhat newer truck. When I say newer, not driving like a 1970s truck here. So it should have probably a little bit better braking than what I have it set up for. But we kind of RPing that it's a little bit older anyway. You can see all the scratches on
Keep
the...
right. And then turn right.
Come on, guy. Scratches on the windshield. It's definitely
Turn
used.
Right.
Alright, we're out of town now. We're actually pulled through Polson. We'll bring up the map here. You can see Polson just to the north of us as we're headed south. So we're finally getting some momentum, and right past this stoplight I actually ran into a nice little hill. So I'm only going about 40 miles an hour up this hill. Pretty steep. Should be able to do a lot better though once we get onto flat land, since we're only at 37,000 pounds of cargo. But we're making our way. Beautiful day. Yeah, I'm really liking the PNG. I suppose at some point I'm going to go ahead and try the JBX, but I wanted to give PNG a little bit of a test. It's not something that you just kind of make up your mind, at least to my mind. It's not something you just kind of make up your mind by testing out and driving a few days and then swapping over. And I do admit that PNG is a lot cheaper, so it was a good option to get into while I'm still buying tons of other things, trucks and trailers and engine sounds and all that good stuff. Oh, 55. Slow her down a little bit. It's the clearance on that tunnel. Looks like we'll probably be good. Oh yeah, plenty. Yeah, we move pretty good once we get into flat land. We have a few more hills to hit still, but just a completely different feel when you're in one of these fleet trucks. It's just a completely different feel from pretty much any other truck that you're in, whether you're talking about something from the 50s or something from the 80s.
Continue straight.
A lot of slowing down so far in this drive, a lot of city driving. So we're coming up on Missoula now. About 2 hours left.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Oh, here we go. Actually getting on a highway.
Exit right.
Still having a problem with that shifter. Doesn't really want to go in, even using the clutch. Nice big roundabout here, or entrance. See if we can go directly in. Yep. So we're going downhill a little bit. I like the realistic scratches on the windshield. Because that's what you'd see, right? You're sitting there driving, what, 8, 10, 12 hours a day? I don't know. You're bound to see something. Bug splatter or some sorts of scratches and nicks, and
Keep left.
it's pretty realistic. Especially when the sun hits it. And we're clear. Anyone out there driving this in an automatic form? Most fleet trucks these days come with automatic transmissions or automated transmissions. But I don't know. Kind of hard to take the shifting out of American Truck Simulator. Let's get the cruise control on. And you know what? Bet this truck has it. I was driving a truck the other day, putting it on cruise control. It was the I think it was the Mack B61, and that thing probably doesn't have cruise control, but I was rocking the cruise control nonetheless. And I like to try to do things as realistic as possible, but every now and then, you know, cruise control, it's a good convenience. So I'll use it.
Keep left.
Try to keep it as realistic as possible for these videos, though. I know a lot of people like to really try to dial it in and get the, you know, create a whole RP and really try to stick to it. Like a lot of these videos with people trying to drive with no GPS and no guidance and stuff like that. I haven't done that quite yet. Sounds like a pretty challenging situation for sure. But definitely interesting to watch people, and you got to do a little bit more planning too. Sometimes I just like to jump in the truck and get going, but most of the time I'm still planning out, you know, what am I going to be running together? What's the type of load I want to run? Do I have skins? How am I going to mix and match those two things? Sometimes it doesn't matter. Like if you're not a company driver, you're not a fleet driver, you can just throw on a flatbed, throw on a step deck, whatever, low boy. Doesn't really matter. But it's nice to get them matching up when you can on these refrigerated trailers and stuff like that, dry vans. Alright, another hour 16. I want to get some more exterior shots in for you guys, and then I'll be back with you closer to drop off. Well, we are about a half hour out now, working our way toward Butte, and we hit some rain. Clouds completely changed. The skies look so realistic though with using PNG. I don't have any reference for PNX. Just seeing what other people are driving in their videos. I haven't tried it myself, but those skies look pretty realistic. They're not overdone. They're not oversaturated.
And then exit right.
There's clear definition between them at points, and realistically just right. Real blending between the different clouds. I don't know. I think it looks pretty realistic. You can see the rain definitely is making things a little bit more difficult to see out of. I am running the realistic rain mod as well, so it makes it a little bit harder, but then you add that up with these scratches. This is looking pretty realistic. I figure most people at this point would probably want to pull over
and then exit right
and clean off the windshield, because this doesn't exactly look safe to me.
Exit right.
Alright, pulling into Butte here.
In 400 meters, turn right. Turn right.
And we're clear. Not stopping for that one. Get that Jake off. Now we're pulling up into the Walmart Logistic Center here.
In 400 meters, turn left.
Here in Butte.
Turn left.
That Jake definitely works on this DD13. I can't even see what's going on. I'm going to get the windows down. Whoa, whoa, we are not slowing down at all. I mean, I know I don't have the braking intensity or sensitivity turned up a whole lot, but I feel like in this version
400 meters, turn right.
of the game 1.5, I feel like it's really accentuated how long it takes to brake when it's raining. Maybe it's just my imagination. Alright. We got the windows down so we can talk to this guy. They opened up the gate. I gotta figure out where we're going first. I'm gonna go get out and talk to them. I'll be right back. All right, they got a couple other trailers in here. KFC, Penske, ADM. Look at these skies, guys. This looks like a realistic, like, rainstorm. That's pretty crazy. I don't know. I'm really liking PNG. Again, not to say I'm not going to try JBX in the future, but it's definitely not a situation. It's not a situation where I feel like, hey, you know, this isn't good enough. I got to try something else. I'm actually pretty happy with it. But it's subjective. And I understand if you guys have different opinions. Everyone's entitled to theirs. So it makes the community so rich. There we go. Oh. I go over just a tad. Does anyone else's gears flicker like that? If I put it into first, or put it into low, I'm going to put it back into reverse and see if it flickers at the top of the screen. It goes kind of in and out. Same thing with first. Same thing with third. Look at that. It's going... I'm not doing anything with the clutch or anything. I'm just taking it in and out of gear. What could that be? What is that flicker? Anyone know? Doesn't happen down here. On the bottom of the shifter. Happens at the top. Flicker. There's some flicker. There's some flicker. I have no idea. And sometimes I'm just driving in reverse and it just pops out of reverse and goes into neutral. And then without me doing anything, it pops back in. And I wouldn't have been alerted to it right away except for the beeping stops. Anyway. Alright, let's go ahead and turn off the track IR. Parking brake. Get parking lights only. Get those windows up so we don't flood the cab. Windshield wipers are off. And we'll go ahead and turn her off. Welcome to Butte. Thanks for coming along with the drive. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them down below. And I'll have all the links and everything for what I used to make this this beer run today. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give me the thumbs up. Consider subscribing so you can see all my videos. Yeah, hit the bell too. Forgot that. I will see you guys on the next one. Take care.